Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment. It's the Mike O'Mara Show. You can listen to the Mike O'Mara Show at www.mikeomarashow.com.
Stay tuned for an outstanding entertainment program.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
Let's get down to business.
From the entertainment capital of the world.
Hello, boss. What are you doing here?
Hello. Well, this makes it a perfect voyage. I'm terribly sorry, but I thought this was my trunk.
It is your trunk.
I don't remember packing you boys. Say, isn't that my shirt you've got on?
Hey, look, I don't know. I found it in the trunk.
Well, then it couldn't be mine. Well, it's nice seeing you boys again, but I was expecting my other suit. You didn't happen to see it, did you?
Yeah, it took up too much room, so we sold it.
Did you get anything for it?
$1.40.
That's my suit, all right. You fellas have got to get out of here. I've got a date with a lady in a few minutes, and, you know the old saying, two's company and five's a crowd.
We go, but first we wanted something to eat. We don't eat all day. We're hungry.
All right, but you've got to promise to scram out right after you've eaten.
All right.
Stuart.
Yes, sir.
I say, Stu.
Yes, sir.
What do we got for dinner?
Anything you like, sir. You might have some tomato juice, orange juice, grape juice, pineapple juice.
Hey, turn off the juice before I get electrocuted. All right, let me have one of each. And, 2 fried eggs, 2 poached eggs, 2 scrambled eggs, and 2 medium-boiled eggs.
And 2 hard-boiled eggs.
And 2 hard-boiled eggs. Make that 3 hard-boiled eggs. And, some roast beef, rare, medium, well done, and overdone.
And 2 hard-boiled eggs.
And 2 hard-boiled eggs. Make that 3 hard-boiled eggs. And, 8 pieces of French pastry.
This 2 hard-boiled eggs.
And 2 hard-boiled eggs. Make that 3 hard-boiled eggs. And 1 duck egg. Have you got any stewed prunes?
Yes, sir.
Well, give them some black coffee. That'll sober them up.
And 2 hard-boiled eggs.
And 2 hard-boiled eggs. It's either foggy out or make that 12 more hard-boiled eggs. Do they allow tipping on the boat?
Oh, yes, sir.
Have you got 2 5s?
Yes, sir.
Well, then you won't need the 10 cents I was going to give you.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show. Mike O'Mara, Robb Spiewak, Oscar Santana. And now, here's Robb.
That was a tape for Leonard Maltin from his favorite movie. Live from the beautiful and state-of-the-art Podcast Village studios in our nation's capital, this is The Mike O'Mara Show. The Mike O'Mara Show is a worldwide radio show and podcast with loyal listeners who get it, and if you're here, you are in the know. We are on air, on demand, and heard 24/7 on the fantastic PlayAPod app. Get it, use it, update it now, and get our show all day, every day. You can write us, P.O. Box 32101, Washington, D.C., 20007, or call us anytime at 888-920-MORE. That's 888-920-6673. Good day to do it because it's Wide Open Wednesday. The Mike O'Mara Show is on now. And here's something to keep in mind, Oscar. I'm not a reactionary. I don't want you to panic.
Okay.
But this is the calm before the storm. There is an 85% likelihood that the Fed will raise rates in their September and December meetings. And so now is the time to lock in a low fixed rate or get pre-approved for a new loan before rates go any higher. Go to Cornerstone First Financial. Whether it's a refi or a purchase, you will get the lowest rates guaranteed. Come on, work with the friends of this show. Cornerstone First Financial is a direct lender with their own money and the ability to meet any competitor's estimate. You see, they have a certain amount that they have to clear off their warehouse every month. And they do this by offering the absolute lowest rates. Makes sense. Plus, you can get pre-approved before you go to work with an agent, so you know what you qualify for. So just do what everybody else that listens to TMOS does. They go to Cornerstone and they get treated like kings.
Boom, bam.
They'll treat you like a king. I promise you. Cornerstone First Financial will give you sound advice. Click their banner on our website or call Cornerstone First Financial at 202-625-1221. Mention TMOS and get a free appraisal at closing. Personal attention from application to closing. Licensed in Maryland, D.C., Virginia, Florida, Georgia, and now Colorado. Don't wait. Now is the time to call Cornerstone First Financial. Thank you, Leonard Maltin, for speaking with us today.
Very cool.
Neat guy. How you doing?
I'm great.
Tell the truth.
I feel like I've been rolled. By that I mean, as I was walking down the streets of D.C.
Yeah, on a brisk morning.
Yeah, every time I wanted to go to bed, I had 4 or 5 gentlemen kick me in the face.
That's how you feel?
That's how I feel. So there's I guess everybody has like a sleep regimen before they go to bed. Mm-hmm. I don't have, and Mike always says this by the way, Mike is not here for the body of the program.
He's lobstering.
We will get into the phone calls in just a little bit because it is Open Line Wednesday.
Yeah, stand by Wide Open Wednesday.
And whatever.
You named it.
You call in on Wednesday.
Yeah, you phone us.
It's not wow.
No. It is a wow. People say wow.
Yeah, but we're not asking you to whip them out.
No. That's from another era.
Those days have passed.
They certainly have. We haven't even any bumper stickers.
I was talking to the guys on Big O and Dukes yesterday where we were just waxing poetic about how times have changed and how certain types of radio just wouldn't exist, even though they weren't hate radio. It was just there was a lot of joking and breaking of balls, and it just there's not a place for that now, it seems, unless you're on satellite radio or a podcast.
Yeah, and it's weird because, I've been at it a long time. You've been at it a long time. I still fancy myself, because, I've worked with people like Mike, as a young broadcaster. And even in my career, there has been a seismic change.
It's super interesting, but I think I would be remiss to say that today is the day where you're going to really find out what Oscar Santana is like with 3 hours of sleep.
Okay, punchy. A little punchy. That's fine.
We should go to the calls.
Yes, please do.
And you know what? I actually have the controls. It's so strange to run the show.
Yeah, at home you have rats, and here you have the mouse.
Yeah, well, the rats are gone.
I know.
That's a big win.
That is a win.
I remind my wife that all the time. She goes, I hope there aren't any rats. I'm like, they're gone.
Oh, is she one of those? Think they might come back at any time?
Well, I mean, if you don't have a solution, which we don't, move on with your life.
Amen, sister.
Right?
Come on, Peach, give it up.
All right, is this Dante? I think I can see it. Is Dante from...
No, Dan.
Dan.
You're going to have to read that, because I got my readers on.
From
I can't
upstate
read.
New York.
I can't read across the room for you.
Well, it's not even about readers. It's the black on red that's 50 feet away from me.
Yeah, it's not.
That's a problem. Thank you, Pony, by the way, for coming in and leaving. Hi, Dan from upstate New York.
He thought he could get his parking for free, by the way.
Yes.
So, hey, Dan, what's up?
Gentlemen, good morning. I'm sorry that Mike's not there.
Oh, we're not. It's actually a lot less tense, sir.
Yeah, very relaxed. It's like a day at the spa.
Anything goes.
I decided to call because I saw the second notice that said it's not the heat of stupidity, and in my giddiness of excitement as I'm traveling down the interstate in upstate New York, I missed my goddamn turn, so now I got to figure out how to get back on where I'm supposed to be.
I love the fact that our notification ruined your day.
That's That's also the podcast hypnosis. I've done that listening to many a show.
Is Adrian answering the phones, and I'm on the long and winding road, and he started to sing to me.
Really? What did he sing?
Well, he was trying to sing. What's the song, Rob? The Long and Winding Road.
It's by an obscure European rock band named the Beatles.
Not that one. Who cares?
Okay, you're the long and winding phone call. Listen to me, Dan. There are two things I love about Adrian. None of them have to do with his singing or his...
Are you drunk, Oscar?
No.
He's just tired.
I'm just tired, man.
He's been Benadrylled.
Okay.
Yes.
Whoa! We do that to my dog in thunderstorms.
Dan, what would you like, sir?
Nothing. I just called up because
that's very kind.
It's very kind.
Yes.
But it does lack direction.
No, but you know what? It makes sense. He's in upstate New York. He's enjoying the nice, crisp, cool air. It's probably hot up there.
Yeah, I'm sure it's hot.
And then he decided to call the program.
Up here, boys. All right, I'm getting back onto Route 90. Love you.
Love you. I guarantee you he didn't have anywhere to go.
What a great way to open the show. Let's go to Wes in Pennsylvania. Wes, welcome to the program.
Good morning. Good morning, Rob. Good morning, Oscar. How's everybody?
Hey, Wes, what's going on, man?
Actually, I called in for a little bit of therapy. I was going to address something to Mike and Oscar, but since Mike is not there, I'll address it mainly to Oscar, and that's because, Rob, you've been married for like 20-some-odd years, so you've been pretty insulated from this type of situation. But Oscar...
What, happiness?
Even though Oscar's married shortly, but he's I had to do a breakup on Monday.
Oh, man, I'm sorry.
I had to initiate a breakup, and it had to be done, and I feel bad, but, I was just kind of, wanting to hear Oscar's take on it.
Oscar's take.
An early Oscar's take.
Can I ask for some vitals, sir?
Yeah, I'm 54.
All right.
She was 49. We only went out for like 3 weeks, but nice girl. I liked her. She was nice. She was pretty, but it just wasn't there for me. I just wasn't feeling the same things that I know she was, and she also was a little bit clingy, like right off the bat. And so we spent Thursday evening, we spent Friday evening, stayed over Friday night. We spent all Saturday together. And then Sunday she texts and says she wants to get together. I said, well, let me just chill out, And then Monday she texts and says, hey, I know you want your space, but will I see you this week? And then she said, well, I mean, you're probably getting tired of me already, and then a little frowny face emoji. And that's when I said, look, how about if I come over and we talk? and then it went downhill from there. I didn't want to break up over text. That's tacky, but she wouldn't let me come over. She wouldn't let me explain. I said, I got stuff that I need to give back to you that's yours. She said, no, keep it, throw it away. You know, I'm glad I met you, but then I'm also wish I never met you and stuff like that. So, I mean, it had to be done.
She sounds like a fun gal.
Yeah, sir, you've run into what I like to call a stage 5 clinger. And you did exactly what you needed. You got to break that off as soon as you can. You saw a window to exit, and unlike our friend who missed his exit, you took yours.
Yeah, good job.
And breaking up over text is the norm now. And I know it's look, even at my age, it's kind of strange to hear the way my friends date on Tinder or if they're on Bumble. But this is the way it works.
I need to ask something, Oscar, because
let me finish here, just briefly. Wes, this dating world that we're in now, you literally, the best you can do is get ghosted by someone that is trying to take over your life. And if this woman goes like head first into a relationship,
right,
that's what usually happens when you're in your 20s. And you find someone online. I've seen friends date for 4 days straight and then they break up all of a sudden.
Right.
4 days straight and then they break. I mean, that's the drug that you talk about when you're like, oh, I'm in love now because it's the perfect person. And by the way, my phone told me so.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I met her the old-fashioned way. I actually met her at a party. I've never done online dating or any of that. I'm too old for that.
Yeah.
Well, she certainly has, because this is a textbook Tinder dating.
Yeah. She needed you very badly.
You were going to say, Rob.
I was going to say that I don't think that breaking up over text might be the standard, just based on the face that Maddie made when you said that.
Maddie, you don't count. You found your high school boyfriend, and then you've been together through college, and then you guys stayed together. How long have you been together with your boyfriend, Maddie?
About a year and a half.
See, that's forever in dog years.
Eternity. Hey, that's not use a different phrase.
No, I'm just
saying,
saying,
if you didn't mean it, it's not polite.
For college kids,
yeah, that's right.
In college years, the fact that you're still together for a year and a half, and the guy's from California, am I correct about that?
Yeah, good job.
A year and a half is what Mike would call a successful marriage.
That's forever.
That's his
I'm
forever.
shocked that they're not married and she's not pregnant by now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Please.
Thanks, Oscar.
I'm just saying.
All right. So,
Thanks,
Wes, cards well played. Good job. Good job,
You
buddy.
took the right exit,
you think I did the right thing?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Next time when she says, you're the worst thing that ever happened to me, all you do is say, can I please have a forwarding address?
Yeah.
And then you send her junk over there.
And then send a text of a thumbs up.
Yeah, and you know what you do? You say, "See you next time. I hope life, I hope life brings you love." And if you write that,
high wrote it.
If you write that, they're gonna be like, man.
No,
they're gonna wish.
After the two texts that said, I wish I never met you, even though I'm glad I met you, I didn't write anything back.
That's even better.
I just let it go.
Wes, you're
even better.
You're a man you're a man beyond your years. You're doing.
Well, he's over 50. He's probably right about right.
I'm 54, so if I did the right thing, I'm glad I did it, even though it took me like
Mike
50
should have
some
done
odd years
this
to do
with
it.
the first two women that he tried to marry.
Don't say this.
He didn't. He took the wrong exit twice. And now he got Carla, which is the right exit.
Yeah, because now he's got the ways of love. W-A-Z-E. He's got navigating to happiness.
I've been married twice. I'm twice divorced, too. I'm almost up there with Mike.
You both need a new GPS, sir. That's all I can tell you. All right.
Thanks a lot, guys. I appreciate your counsel.
Have a good one. Appreciate it.
Take care and good luck.
Let's go to Joel. Joel Rogers, Denver, Colorado. Welcome to the program, TMOS.
Hi, Joel.
Good morning. How's it going?
Good. What's going on?
Talking TMOS, Joel.
If you're in Denver, are you at home or are you on the road?
No, I'm at home.
Oh, good for you.
I'm enjoying days off. I was going to talk knots with Mike because I've been taking sailing lessons last couple of years, but we'll talk
Joel,
knots
can I
another
ask you a
time.
question? I actually had a long conversation with a good friend of mine where I explained to him that Mike was tying knots on the air.
Right.
And he might have been having a main moment because it's a radio show.
Sure.
And you're tying knots. Now, we have a fantastic video presentation that if you want to see some solid knot tying, please go to YouTube and type in Mike O'Mara Show or TMOS, and that will come up.
Exactly.
Were you riveted by the knots? I know we got some good jokes in, but I was curious, how many people do you think that translated to?
besides me, nobody. That wasn't even that exciting. And I know the knots, and I wasn't, whatever.
It's a good example of narrowcasting. It reminded me of when CBS was really imploding. One of the things they started to do to help their radio presentation is they started simulcasting David Letterman's show, just the audio, on CBS-owned and operated stations on overnights. David Letterman was very displeased with this, but he couldn't stop it because he didn't own the audio portion of his show. So what he did on the first night that it was simulcast, he staged a 10-minute fireworks display from his building so that they had to carry 10 minutes of fireworks on the radio.
No, now, a part of me is jealous that he knows all these knots.
Sure.
But I also am jealous of the guys at the CrossFit gym that can do handstand push-ups. But I just
everybody has a skill.
I just know that's not for the radio.
Exactly.
Now, Joel, how do you know the knots?
I've been taking sailing lessons, which is real challenge in Colorado.
Yeah, I guess so. Not a lot of huge bodies of water there.
No, you sail for about 2 miles and you have to turn around and go back.
Yeah.
But it's fun. So the bowling, that was part of my training, was learning like 4 different types of knots, but still not fun to listen to.
Do you use any knots when you're flying a plane? I'm trying to think, though, things would have to be going pretty badly if you had to use knots while you're flying an airplane.
Well, I use knots of airspeed, but that's a different.
That's a totally different thing.
What about tying the cargo in the back?
I think he's beyond
that. Not my job.
Yeah, not my job, dude.
Sorry.
Yeah. So I can't call you if my luggage gets lost?
No military transports?
No, again, not my job.
Okay.
Hey, I do have a television recommendation for you.
Please.
Bring.
Have you seen John Mulaney's show with Nick Kroll entitled Oh Hello on Broadway?
Yes, and it is so odd. It takes you about 20 minutes to even figure out what you're watching.
Broadway?
Yeah, it was a Broadway show, but it is
strange.
so funny. So funny.
Although I loved Too Much Tuna. That became my new catchphrase for about a week.
Very cool.
Check it out.
Thank you, Joel.
Thank you, sir.
Hey, Oscar, let's take a break. If you're on hold, please hang on hold. We want to stay relatively on schedule.
We have Delaware, Rockville, Woodbridge. Everybody's representing.
Classic Rockville. We'll be back in a second. We'll take your calls. If you are on hold, stay there because we want to talk to you. It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
We're in the dog days of August. The players are already on the field, learning new plays, breaking down film, getting ready for the fall and big football. One man is also preparing, checking his leads, verifying his sources, in order to bring you the most up-to-date analysis so you can make the best picks. Nicky Diamond is getting ready, and he's
in the know, bitches.
Stay tuned. It's all part of the new fall season on the Mike O'Mara Show.
Yeah, baby.
Nicky sounds tired.
He's probably on tour.
Could be. Thank you, Jimmy, for making that promo. Isn't it time to digitize your lifetime of memories? I've done this. It's great. You can do it too. All you need is Legacybox. You just send your memories to Legacybox. You can send old home movies, pictures. They'll do the rest. Digitizing your moments onto a thumb drive, the cloud, or DVDs. It's like magic. I got it on a thumb drive, and I said it this week. I got to really thoroughly embarrass my daughter by showing baby videos to her boyfriend, and it was great.
My parents got their Sony Handycam tapes done.
Yeah, huh?
And when you look at, and as immigrants, you just remember how foreign you were.
It
when
seems
you get
like,
to see, you're like, I can't believe we were that FOB.
Yeah, and it brings all the memories back to life.
It
just
really
instantly.
made me embrace how far we've come.
Yeah, it's so cool. You see, you get your originals and digital files back in a few weeks. You get everything back, but they keep you updated at every step of the process. We've all used Legacybox. The results are amazing, and also all the work is done carefully by hand right here in the USA. There's never been a better time to digitally preserve your old home movies, film reels, and photos. Just visit Legacybox.com today to get started. And for a limited time, our listeners can get a huge exclusive discount. Go to Legacybox.com/TMOS for 40% off your first order. With this exclusive deal, Legacybox starts at just $45 or save up to $200 on the largest Legacybox kit. Go to Legacybox.com/TMOS and save 40% today. Start with a few tapes or go all the way, digitize your whole collection. You'll be so glad you did. Visit Legacybox.com/TMOS and make sure to enter the code TMOS to save 40% on your Legacybox today. Get started preserving your past. And back to the phones.
All right, welcome to Whip 'em Out Wednesdays here
no,
on
it's
TMOS.
Wide Open
Excuse
Wednesday.
me. Let's go to
Thanks, Ope.
Sharon in Delaware.
Hi, Sharon.
Hey,
no problem, man.
Rob, how you guys
How are you?
doing?
What's going on?
I have got a couple of points about Tomo and Viking River, but first I want to give a quick shout-out to Justin Burke, our weatherman from Maryland, who's driving across Maryland on his bike and walking to his running for Kids with Cancer, and I will be participating on Friday.
Okay,
so if anybody's at Ocean City on Saturday and wants to support, go to justinpowerkids.org, and we'd appreciate it greatly. So
Sounds like a great limit. He can also raise money for a better cell phone connection.
Yeah, well, actually, I think, Sharon, are you running?
I'm actually.
What are you doing?
I'm on an iPhone. It's seriously, but there's a plane going over, so
Okay,
that.
do me
I'm
a favor.
In the fields today. They're spraying everything.
Okay, but you're outdoors?
So Viking River. Just
Oh, okay.
Run away.
Gotcha.
All
Okay,
right.
now let's take a breath.
Relax.
And discuss the program. You got your plug-in. What's the link? What's the website again?
It's justinpowerkids.org.
Okay.
Anytime we can fight cancer in children, I'm all for
Absolutely.
it. Support it.
Especially when it comes
Thank you.
to...
I appreciate it. With the TMOS family and so many people down Ocean City, anything will help. That's all.
Make it
But
happen.
I'm just going to die because I'm riding from Kent Island to Sharptown, which is like 50 some odd miles. And
not so bad on a bike. You'll be fine. Yeah, but get a hefty meal in you and just keep on trucking.
Yeah, do a lot of coasting. Low gears.
A lot of water.
Yeah.
Well, I'll cut the flat part,
I feel like that's a ride you can drink on.
Yeah, I think so.
The Tomo story from the other day, I actually work at a government agency, and I've been through that whole thing, the same thing he's been through, but on the other side of it, and it is just as horrible when the agency gets tapped too.
Wow. Yeah. When the funds were seized, that story?
So just...
Yeah, because, it wasn't even a person. It was an account, a sub-account of, a facility.
Yeah, I think that goes down. That goes down to infrastructure, right? I don't think that. While Todd's story is shocking, and I've been blessed with that story multiple times in our friendship over the years.
I'm guessing usually after a few Jack and Cokes, that story comes out.
Yes,
yeah,
but it is true and it's fascinating. In my eyes, it's just infrastructure. It's the way business is done. Sometimes mistakes are made. They're made on the government level and they're made in the private sector.
Sure,
and you can get them resolved. The idea that somebody could take your funds and put them into their account and you have to fight to get them back, that sucks.
Yeah, absolutely.
But you know what also sucks?
That's
Poverty.
insane.
And roads that aren't paved and war-torn countries and dictatorships. And I come from one of those.
And Viking River cruises through Germany.
Oh, I didn't know those sucked.
They suck too.
But I'll keep that in mind. Thank you for the heads up. But this country, in my eyes, regardless of the current administration or the past administrations, is, as an immigrant for me, the best country to try to swing for the fences and to live in, bar none.
Yeah, take that, Canada.
All right, Sharon, enjoy your ride. Stop taking people's money.
Buy a fruitcake. I already
Yes.
did. I'm getting
Thank
two
you.
more.
Yeah,
Thank
get
you.
another one. Appreciate it.
Appreciate
Good luck
it.
on your ride. Take care. Let's go to
See ya.
Mike in Rockville. Mike, you are on the air.
Hi, Mike.
Welcome to the program.
Hi, Rob. Hi, Oscar.
How are you, sir?
I was going to call to thank Mike, but I guess Mike's not there today.
I'm sure he's listening.
Mike is he's a greenhorn on a lobster boat this morning with his wonderful family.
That's right.
As we
The
decided
lobster boat.
yesterday,
Okay.
he's taking a boat ride.
A boat
Right,
ride.
right. But I wanted to thank him for mentioning my Facebook group the other day on the show, or this was last week. We've got like 150 new members.
What group was it?
That's awesome. The TMOS Pinup Appreciation Society.
Ah, that bunch of perverts.
It's classy.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I created it. I just want to clarify, Oscar is not an admin.
Oh. How did I add
members
Mike?
do have the opportunity to add people as members, but they still have to go through the vetting process before they are approved.
I do like that. It's a great page. I know that after you see it, you'll want to call it tow truck.
Yeah. And we have our own version of Wide Open Wednesday that's pretty spectacular.
Yeah, I'm sure you're ending marriages left and right. We appreciate the good work you do.
Thank you. It's all dedicated to your father, sir.
Well, I don't know how to take that. Thank you,
He's
Mike,
your
so
Greek
much.
God. Thank you, buddy. Let's go look at this Mo.
Oh, is it time?
From Woodbridge.
Yes, all right.
Mo's stock tip of the week.
What do you got, Mo?
Black Rock BLK.
Black Rock? You want to give me Oracle or Apple next time? God bless you, Mo. Thank you, buddy.
Yeah, have you ever done IBM? That's one I've heard of.
I mean, if anything, I cannot wait till the end of the year when we recap his entire portfolio.
Yes.
Because the market has done so well this year that it's probably going to outperform anybody's personal finance manager.
We will post it on our Facebook page with a picture of Mo lighting a cigar with a $10 bill.
Let's go to Scott from, Mars, PA?
Oh, all the way from Mars. Hi, Scott.
Yes.
Hey, good morning, gents. How are you?
Great.
We are great, sir.
Wonderful. Two things. First, Rob, I have very much enjoyed your telling of your HBO journey across the 3 shows on Sarah Fraser, Cake and Cookies, and, of course, TMOS.
Oh, thank you.
It's been just really neat hearing the different, not necessarily versions, but it seems like each time you tell it, you add an extra nugget.
Well, I have time to think of. I get time to think of more lies. Hey, so each time I tell it, it becomes more sensational.
The fish just gets bigger and bigger.
But it's, you know what? There's a new aspect to it now that I was thinking about it. I have no idea how I'm going to come out, so now I'm starting to worry about how it's going to look when it's on TV. So now I'm over the elation of it, and now I'm starting to worry because I don't know how it's going to be. So we'll see.
Oh, you're going to be great.
I don't know. I mean, I had the same hesitancy before we did it, and then while we were filming, I was
what do you mean how you're going to look?
No, I mean, like, what if I look like a guy pretending to be a disc jockey? What if I don't pull it off?
Oh no, Rob. If you said you were going to go up there and be a hip rock and roll DJ,
right.
I'd say you're the wrong guy.
That's true. That's true.
A hack rock and roll DJ.
I can do that, I suppose.
That is the part of your life. The role of your life where you say, "Hey, what can I pull off?"
Well, I am okay. I'll say this
for me. For example, I'll give you the perfect example. If someone said, "Hey, you have to be a respected businessman,"
right?
I couldn't do that. But if you said you have to be a respected podcaster,
that you could do.
Maybe
you could pull that.
I could pull that off.
Because you see, here's the thing: I'm 50% hack disc jockey and 50% negative guy, and they're fighting with each other. So the negative guy said, "Well, something's got to screw up." So I'm going to worry until it's on. And that's just the way I am.
I'm not saying that your skill set's any less or better or worse than a trained actor.
Right.
But a trained actor has not played the part they're going to get to
for
their entire life.
That's true. And
a trained businessman can't be a podcaster unless they have had the reps.
Yeah.
So it's not the quality that I'm referring to. It's
the quantity.
And it's the practice.
Yeah, I've been doing it for a long time, and I'd been in that situation interviewing a comedian. I've done it a million times.
And we've also done all the shtick of bad DJs for decades.
Yeah. So anyway, but thank you, sir. It's very kind of you to say, and we're all hoping that the best stuff makes it on the screen.
Absolutely. And finally, Mo's stock tip just made me think for Oscar,
yes.
What are your thoughts on Tesla possibly going private?
I did read about this, sir. I'm not going to bore our listeners with it, but I will answer your question. If he does take that company private, the stock, frankly, the stock owners win because he'll take it at a premium.
Mm-hmm.
And if he does do that, he can control the narrative and he'll give himself a lot more runway to really, and time to make the market.
But he's nuts, right? He might not do it. He might just be blowing smoke,
If he has
right?
the funds, it would make sense. And if you think about it,
yes.
They're not in dire straits, but frankly, even as he's derailed on calls in the past, he didn't this past quarterly call. In my eyes, if anybody can get themselves out of this proverbial hole,
right,
it's Elon Musk.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
What do you think, Scott?
Certainly colorful.
I couldn't agree more. I think it's a good move. It like you said, it lets him control the narrative, and you don't have, people whining and complaining because they're not turning profit. And where's my Model 3 and everything else. So
the stockholders get paid.
Move.
They pay their premium and they get out.
Yep, absolutely. Well, thank you, gentlemen. Have a great afternoon.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, Scotty.
Enjoy your vacation's coming up.
Appreciate it,
sir. Thank you. That was so nice.
That's a good call.
Right? That was more calls like that.
Yeah, and this will be a good one too.
Lena from DC.
Hey, baby.
Hey, Robbie. Hey, Bigo. What's happening?
We're great. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay. I want to talk to Robbie about something he said on Monday.
Okay.
Okay, one thing. GAP ban.
Yes.
GAP stands for the three. I think it was 3 cities or 3 states. I think that they're from. They're originally from Enid, Oklahoma.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay, and you said dance band was dance jazz. It's disco jazz.
You know what? I thought about that on the ride home.
Man, that's been haunting me as well, Lena.
And you're right. And I just played the song Daz, but that, of course, is not by them. That's by a different. But anyway, yeah, because they do sing disco jazz in the song Daz.
Exactly.
So I stand corrected.
Yes, you do.
Thank you so much. That's
you,
why
Lena.
you run.
Yeah,
that's why you are DCP1.
Why
That's why
not?
you're the mayor of DC. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, have a good one. Fried.
I think she was looking for a fight.
Fried, Arlington, Virginia. How are you, my friend?
Hey, Ralph.
Hey guys, what's going on, man?
Are you back from Hawaii?
Yeah, I've been back.
Good for you.
Ralph, what is Hawaii like? Is that your first time there? I feel like everybody that goes there comes back and they say, you got to go.
Yeah.
It was beautiful. I mean, it was great. It was everything that I thought and hoped it would be, but it's just so far away. So it's a long trip to get there and get home.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same. Ocean City's closer, and the experience is similar. So
similar? It's Hawaii. You can't compare Ocean City to Hawaii, you jerk.
I want to say aloha, hun. Hello.
Was that your first time?
It was my first time.
That's awesome. Thank you for the postcard. We still have it in the studio.
So excited.
Hey, no problem. But that was it's the difference between Ocean City and Hawaii. In Hawaii, you can buy Crown Royal at the local Target.
Oh, my God.
Big win.
I'm buying a plane ticket today.
Big win. Fried, let's get to brass tacks here. What are we looking at for the ticket situation for the new season?
You know I got you guys.
Yes. And remember, Oscar likes to sit low.
No.
Yeah, I know.
No, not too low.
But not too low. What he likes, what Oscar craves is what we like to call premium seating. Don't put him in Ocean City. Put Oscar in Hawaii.
No, Ralph is always taking care of us.
No, he has.
I'll take care of both you guys.
Love
but
you.
I do have one thing for you, Rob.
Shoot.
Your cruise, and I know I texted you and told you, but I went on 2 of the same ship, and I'm gonna just let you know that I had a friend of mine with me. His name, we'll call him Fried.
Okay.
He had drink of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, he might have went a little overboard one day, and you know that tube, the slide that goes around the whole ship?
Yeah.
Yeah, he might have went in a pirate outfit all the way around.
On a Disney cruise? That is awesome.
Oh, man, if that happens, I hope there's photographic evidence. Because I know that the two things they talk about are the water slide and the pirate party. And Carrie said, she said, there's a pirate party. I said, what do we do? Pack an eye patch? I don't know how you even get ready for a pirate party. So I assume we'll have to sort of play it by ear there.
We learned this on the first time, so the second time we brought costumes from the costume store. So not only was I having a good time, and then Fried showed up, and then the whole pirate outfit jumped into the slide, went around the whole ship like I was in Willy Wonka.
I love it. Just make sure you keep referring to Fried in third person. I think that's very important. Thank you, Ralph. Have a great day.
He's the evil twin. See you guys later.
Take care.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, we will finish up Wide Open Wednesday after we do this break. He was in a pirate costume. Fascinating. It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
Cake and cookies.
Hey there, this is Katie. And on this week's Cake and Cookies, we have a live on-air injury. Robert III stops by. 4 a.m. is the cruelest hour. We recap the most bizarre shopping spree ever. And we head to a party. Listen for all this and more on Cake and Cookies number 104.
Goodbye, listeners.
It's the Rob and Katie Show.
There was panic when I named the show Goodbye, Listeners. People thought we were quitting. We're not.
Oh, my God.
It's just a reference to something on the show. Listen, you'll understand. Oscar, I'm going to take this spot in a different direction. I'm going to let you ask me anything you want to know about my fruitcake making process.
All right. You know what? Can we just rip the Band-Aid off briefly?
Yeah.
We're not making it in Rob's kitchen.
No, guys, come on. Let us have our fun.
Yeah, we've got a commercial kitchen set up, and
licensed, the whole deal.
Everything's taken care of. For those of you helpers out there that were in panic mode and asked, what are you doing?
Yeah.
This has been, how do I put this? This has been researched for the past 3 years.
Yeah.
This is the first year we had the ability to actually
pull the trigger
and say, okay, this is the year we're going to do this.
Mm-hmm.
So know this. No fingernails.
None.
No hairs.
Zero.
No nonsense. The state will be overseeing this.
Yes, we're going to have a lady with a clipboard.
Like we've got all the right people in place and licenses that will essentially that are mandated by the state that we are registered in.
And if nothing else, actually, this is going to be the best year of fruitcakes ever.
Well, what I'm excited about is once we start packaging all of these.
Yes.
By we, I mean we go through the process. Is putting together the premium box.
Yes, and signing all the letters and all that
and
stuff.
Marketing material that comes with it, because we're essentially starting another business.
We
That's
are.
what it is.
Mm-hmm. And you can be a part of it. All you got to do.
It's gonna be a lot of fun, right?
Oh, it's going to be the best. All you have to do is go to tmosfruitcake.com or click the Fruitcake banner at MikeO'MaraShow.com. You're probably there already. Remember, there's 3 ways to support the show, and that's what you're doing. Not only are you getting a wonderful fruitcake, something I take a lot of pride in, you're supporting the show and making sure we can keep on keeping on and maybe sell them again next year.
Yeah.
So please, buy a fruitcake. You will be glad you did, all right? tmosfruitcake.com.
The one thing I do love researching is packaging.
Oh, you do love it.
Oh, my God. Did you know you could get a 4-color... and dollars, by the way, they're crazy. I had to do this for Mangrate.
Yeah.
When we initially started Mangrate years ago.
Right.
You know, we would actually take what was a brown cardboard box for the Mangrate.
Right.
And when we went to a trade show, before we even had anything, we would... I personally had to cut out what was a high-def printout.
So you were like gluing things onto the box to make it look like a printed box?
Yes.
Oh, my God. That had to be horrible.
Well, but it was fascinating to me to go from there to a run of 10,000 that was made for you.
Wow.
But initially, you have to mock it up.
I do know this.
Pretty crazy, right?
After the show, when we're all hanging out at Podcast Village, not too uncommon to see Oscar at the Container Store website. Surfing it like it's YouPorn.
Let's go to Preston.
Hi, Preston.
In New Freedom, Pennsylvania. You are on the air. Welcome to the show.
That's right. Good morning, guys, and welcome back, Rob.
Oh, thank you. Oh, that's right, Preston. You called a couple weeks ago. You work as a paper shredder.
Yes. A blind paper shredder.
That's right. But not that it matters.
Which fascinated me.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Thank you. And actually, by the way, I want to thank the TMLS fan club for a big warm welcome the other week as well.
Oh, that's great. They're good folks.
I joined the group.
Be careful. They'll turn on you soon. I'm just messing with you, Preston.
I'll be careful, all right?
How are you?
Actually, I'm doing good. I'm just getting ready for my vacation down to Corolla next week.
Ooh, Outer Banks?
Yep.
When you go down and you go there with your family, or do you go out there with a loved one?
I'm going to go out with family. My mom, my little brother, and some of her friends that she's staying with for the time being. So.
Wonderful, wonderful. I hope you get good weather down there.
Oh, I hope so, too. We're getting the heat up here, so it's kind of bearable.
I think the entire East Coast is getting the heat right now.
Preston, do you go out on the beach, and is there something you'd like to do? Do you? Some people just like drinking on the beach, like swimming, the boogie boarding, anything like that?
Oh, man, I like the swimming. I like the boogie boarding. I like to ride the waves. I like to get my tan. I like it all.
Look at this guy.
Good guy, yeah.
What a great attitude. All right, well,
yes.
Preston, what can we do for you today?
Well, I need y'all to keep me in your thoughts because I actually went to a temp agency the other day for an interview for a temp admin job.
Yep.
And the recruiter I met with, she was very nice, and we talked about, my skills and what I am, capable of doing at work and stuff.
Right.
And she told me about this part-time job, what I'm looking for. It's in another town near me. I haven't been up that way for an interview yet, but she sent my resume to the people over there, and we're going to be in touch via email during the week. But it's going to be $11.50 an hour. It's going to be part-time. It's going to be at a health foods retail/office place.
Cool.
Oh, wow.
So we're still waiting for confirmation about that, but
We'll keep our fingers crossed. We'll keep our fingers crossed for you.
Thank you. And one more thing. I did tell the fan club about this, but I do a podcast myself. You've probably seen it on the post.
All right, feel free to plug it.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's called Radio Connection Live. It's every Saturday from 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern on 986themix.com. We cover anything and everything related to radio. We sometimes have special guests. We talk about the latest radio happenings. We even do some format changes, too. So you never know what you're going to get every week.
All right, thank you, Preston.
Feel free to book us on your program anytime. It'd be an honor.
Oh, yeah, I'll talk to the team.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, you tell your people to get back to our people.
Yeah, have our people. We have representation. Thank you, Preston.
Right, yep. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it.
You know who we should book is Steve Bridges.
Or Steve Mermelstein. By the way, Mermelstein has a new business. I don't know if we're going to have time to get to today, but I definitely want to take a deep dive into this.
Put it in your pocket. You got to tell Mike about it. I have to say real quick, yesterday I went to lunch with Tom Suter.
Congratulations.
He's in town with his wife for a business conference.
Tom Suter!
And he's awesome. He's our general manager at KCJJ.
Woo!
And he told a story I never knew, and I'll tell it to you in 25 seconds, and I think you will appreciate it. I said, how's Steve doing, the owner of KCJJ? And he said, we were talking the other day about some of his crazy radio days in the past, and I said, anything that was a surprise? He said, well, there was one thing he said that I'd never heard, that if he had done to me, I would have killed him. I said, what was it? He says, he was in a radio war with a competing morning guy, and one morning they had a concrete firm that was on their, they were advertising. He sent them over and had the guy's driveway removed. So the guy gets off the air at 10 a.m., comes home, he got no driveway.
That is. I mean, you could probably get away with that.
Then.
I mean, you could probably, if someone had a good sense of humor.
It's a pretty great stunt.
Right? If you had a crappy driveway to begin with and you're going to get a new one afterwards, worth the effort.
I mean, I'm so glad. I mean, radio wars are nasty business, but that's pretty good. Let's finish these calls because we got to get to Oscar Razzi today.
Okay, let's go to Paulie from Brooklyn. Paulie!
Hey, Paulie!
Oh, buy a miracle fruitcake, all right?
A miracle fruitcake.
Paulie, I have a question, if you don't mind to peek behind your, I would say, production studio. You do such a great job of putting together your recordings. Where do you record?
First of all, you see the guy sitting next to you?
Yes.
He's my partner in crime.
Oh, Rob.
We sort of collude a little bit, but he does his own content. He sends me the dry voice.
My own copy, though, Oscar. Yeah. Everything I write is my own.
Okay, where do you record, though? Because I think the quality is fantastic.
It has a great sound to it.
Yes, it's live and it's fun.
On my friggin' Apple voice memo.
That's awesome.
That's so great.
Yeah, but I know that you're probably using a phone, but what I'm curious about is where are you doing this?
Oh, the location.
Are you in your
I'm
car?
I'm in my dining room with a big friggin' mouth. That's where I am.
Yes! That's what I wanted to hear.
Oh, that's so great, Paul.
That is awesome.
That is great.
And Rob, thank you so much. The production sounded great, man, and it is really an honor that you put it on the air, and the reaction that you and the boss are giving me and Oscar, I'm telling you, I'm overjoyed, man. I think I might have to retire.
No.
Yesterday really was the greatest compliment they ever got from me.
We are honored that you take the time and support what we are into. So thank you, Paul. That's awesome. I love airing your stuff.
Am I a full-fledged character now or what?
Oh, yeah, I think you're part of the Whack Pack, 100%. Thanks, man.
Thank you, Paulie. Have a good day.
Hold on, real quick. I got Portland stories. I'm going to wait till the boss gets back for that because he can relate to it. And since you let the cat out of the bag about a commercial kitchen, how about doing a VIP where someone could come into the kitchen, make the fruitcakes for like $2 bills, $3 bills, and they bring their own fruitcakes home?
I can't guarantee that. We'll look into that. You would have to be licensed in the state we will be baking in.
Yeah.
That might be the issue. It's one of those deals.
Unless we could find one with an...
family, gabish?
Gabish.
What if we found a kitchen with an observation chamber?
Like a surgery room?
Exactly.
They probably have one.
All right, thank you, Paul.
Thanks, man.
Last call.
Take care.
Last call of the day.
All right, let's go to Eric in Winchester.
Hi, Eric.
Virginia. Eric, you're on there.
Hey, morning, guys. How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Doing good. Rob, I'm going to put you on the spot a little bit.
Oh.
Do it.
I have a kind of a hack DJ question.
Okay, man.
If you could name a song that defined the decade starting in the 60s, what would that song be?
The song of the 1960s?
Man, what a great question.
A song that defined the decade of the 60s, 70s, 80s. I know you didn't really dig the 90s. So
I would say the 60s, I would probably go with Hey Jude.
Something other than Beatles.
Well, no, I mean, it's pretty hard to divide, but also the 60s is so tough. Let me come back to the 60s.
Wasn't the 60s like Flower Power?
Well, Flower Power, but also there was, the
what about
early,
the Doors?
The early era of pop music. The Doors is a good call. Light My Fire would be a good defining one for the 60s.
I agree with that one.
I would also, if you want to go a little more obscure, I would say Incense and Peppermints by the Strawberry Alarm Clock. That's a sound that automatically is the 60s. Buffalo Springfield.
Rick Springfield.
Not Rick Springfield.
That is his brother.
So, yeah, I think that all of those would be valid choices. For the 1970s, I think that you could probably go with something by the Bee Gees. I think Staying Alive would be a good 1970s record. That's an instant 1970s reference. For the 80s, I've always thought Tainted Love by Soft Cell is the ultimate 80s record. And for the ultimate 90s record, I would probably throw my radio out the window. Not listen to any 90s music. That's my key. The 90s, Top 40 pretty much died in 1990 as we know it. Top 40 as we know it. So that would be a hard call for me. Probably, how about for the 90s, something by Madonna?
Well, Oscar worked at HFS.
Yeah, I think that Rob he thinks that this is an actual positive, that he just says music died in the 90s. It didn't.
No, but pop music did. The notion of the top 40 or the Hot 100 chart did.
That doesn't mean they didn't make great music that defined a decade.
Well, no, but you see, it can't define a decade because the music became
Look at iTunes and look at the top 100 and decide from there.
But you see, that's what the audience got segmented. The problem is MTV. When MTV started playing blocks of music,
you sound like you're 1,000 years old.
I'm not saying that it's bad. I'm just saying that
Video
music
killed
became
the radio star.
That's it. Video killed Robb Spiewak.
Yes.
No, music became more segmented, and it's hard to define a true pop record.
Isn't it fair just to say, I can grow my mind and expand it and say, okay, if the top 40 is not indicative of what is actually the most popular now, I can go to the top 40 on iTunes.
Yes, you can. That's true.
Make that leap.
Okay, I will make that leap and probably break my ankle. Thank you for the call, sir. If I come up with a 90s record,
Eric,
I'll email it to you.
In the 90s, I would say Snow Informer.
Good song. Love that.
Oh, God.
Thank you, sir. Goodbye.
12 inches of snow.
Yeah, and I'm sorry for getting so hostile with you, but I'm tired of these music purists who say Billboard's not the same. You know what? Music's not the same.
You're right. You can't compare it to the 1930s either. It changes. But I think for the question he asked, what I had was valid. Maybe it wasn't.
Whitney Houston might have been the 90s, I would say, icon.
I Will Always Love You, The Bodyguard.
It's very popular.
Very nice. It's very popular. He said in your most dismissive tone ever. All right. Do you have Oscar Razzi?
I do.
I can't wait. When we return, we'll do that. But first, this. Oh, it's your mother.
Mama.
TMOS Fruitcake Hotline, how are you?
Bien, mijito, gracias.
This is the perfect time of year for the TMOS Fruitcake Futures Fundraiser.
Always we have one in this time of the year, you know?
Will you buy one for your husband?
Yeah, I live here in Orlando.
Have you had the Spiewak fruitcake?
Yes, was great.
When you buy a Spiewak signature fruitcake, you support all of the TMOS guys, including Oscar.
Yes, my son, I pray for him to be good. That is the best way.
The best way to order is online at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
He doesn't have another way.
There's no better way to enjoy the holidays.
Christmas and Thanksgiving is another holiday.
Buy TMOS fruitcakes for the entire family.
Yes, but my granddaughter don't like it. Gracias. Hasta luego.
Okay. Adios.
I love him writing against stuff your mother's already said.
I actually want to send this to her.
She'll say, I don't remember that phone call.
She'll be like, oh my God, I sound so great.
She said, I just remember talking to Larry King. Attention, Northern California, or as some people say, NorCal. If you're thinking of buying a house or selling a house, you need to make sure that you find a great realtor. Fact. Someone who will be there for you, someone you can count on. What you need is Alexander Papp. You see, Alex is a one-man show, and he does it all. He's always been available. He's always available when you need him, and he's been licensed since he was 18 years old, so he's been at this a while. Now, here's what I love. When you phone him, your call doesn't go to an office or a call center. When you call Alex, he answers because you're calling his cell phone. So phone him, text him. He's ready to talk one-on-one and give you the attention that you deserve and focus on your real estate needs. Sure, you can find him on social media, but wouldn't you rather just talk to him? Call him, 916-276-2129. Plus, he loves the Mike O'Mara Show just like you. Alex Papp is licensed in the entire state of California, but focuses on Northern California, from Wheatland to Rockland to Auburn to Sacramento and everywhere in between. So if you need a real estate agent that will focus on you, call Alex at 916-276-2129. Alexander Papp is the real deal. Licensed in California, BRE number 01986031, Prado Real Estate. Yeah, and now it's such a rare treat, rarer than hen's teeth. I love when we get a chance to bring back this old chestnut. Ladies and gentlemen, Oscar Razzi.
Hen's teeth?
Rarer than hen's teeth.
Do some hens get teeth?
That's why it's so rare. Oh. Aren't you going to say aye?
Well, I was shook by that image. I'm like,
It was pretty folksy, I suppose.
Did I miss something?
No, you missed. You weren't at rehearsal. Oh, that's Benadryl, aye.
Oh my God, that's allergy, aye.
His eye fell out.
Speaking of aye.
It's itchy aye.
The Brady Bunch house.
I know!
The winner revealed, as you heard on... I think the show last week, Lance Bass, or even this past Monday, was super upset, and he went online saying that someone had come in and outbid him for the Brady Bunch house.
Undercut him. The house is in Studio City, I think, and yeah, he was all set to buy it. I think his offer had been virtually accepted.
He had the highest bid at the time, but the studio that came in and outbid him.
Yeah, it was vague in the announcement on Monday. They didn't say who it was.
Revealed HGTV.
Home and Gardens Television.
I am a fan. Looks like the Discovery Networks came in and had an all-cash offer, and legally an all-cash offer.
Wow.
Trump's, at least from what we're seeing here in the article, an accepted potential offer.
Wow.
So you can take an all-cash offer.
Sure, because it's money on the table, literally.
And they don't have the price here, but it looks like it was listed for 1.85. The bidding war went up to 3+. This is the thing. What Lance Bass was upset about wasn't just losing the house, but also what someone was going to do with the house, because apparently the move in that area was to take down a lot of these homes and then build McMansions.
Sure.
Looks like HGTV is going to restore the interior of the home and is hoping to do so in an upcoming project to all its luster and grandiose, I would say, pop culture phenomena.
Yeah, of course.
Because the inside of the house, when people go visit it now, it's been completely changed.
Well, it's not anything like the set. I mean, okay, I don't want to get too mental on this.
People.
I don't want to get too mental on this.
Don't do it. Be careful.
Okay, I'm going to throttle back, but I will say this. If you look at the front of the Brady Bunch house and then look at the set based on where the front door is, there's an entire half of the house that has never been seen on the show because that entire left part of the house isn't there. Also, the right part of the house has no upstairs, so the bedrooms don't exist. And by the way, the house never had a toilet in it. So I don't know where they're going to the bathroom. And if they're going to restore it, they're going to have to put in windows because windows were done as fake windows on the show. So I
can't believe you know all this is great.
So I really look forward to see what they're doing. But the interior could never match the show because it doesn't match.
But now it can.
They'll have to turn it.
Well, wouldn't you? Look, the Brady Bunch was past my time.
Yeah, but you never watched it on reruns?
I always watched it now, and I couldn't identify with it. It was kind of like, this old TV show.
I could identify.
I was like a Disney afternoon guy.
I could identify with Marcia.
A Tailspin.
Sometimes twice.
Baloo.
Yeah.
Rescue Rangers.
DuckTales.
Yeah, I mean, that was like, oh man, I could identify with ducks.
Yeah.
Not a bunch of white kids in California.
When I was
growing up in the 70s.
Working to excel in high school, I had a contest with a friend of mine. We each got graph paper and drew a layout of the Brady house and then see how they matched up. We were very close. We actually knew the way the house was laid out.
How old were you?
It was my junior year. It was American Civ. It was
high school?
Yeah, it was an AP class. We were very busy.
I wonder you weren't having sex. This is what Bass wrote. Hey guys, let's get graph paper and see who can do the best Brady Bunch house.
Well, I wasn't allowed to have sex in American Civ. I had to do something.
HGTV, Bass writes, oh man, I'd be pretty upset if it was anyone else, but how can you be mad at HGTV? My television is stuck to the channel. Kudos, HGTV. I know you will do the right thing with the house. That's always my biggest worry. I can smile again. Bass, in my eyes, will probably be cast in the show to redo the
I was having the exact
home.
same thought, and you know what? I bet that was in the offing before he even put his bid in.
I would watch it with him.
I would too.
He didn't go to space. He didn't get the house. Maybe he can be on the television show.
But you know what? That's such crafty marketing. And does he have $3 million, Lance Bass, to buy the house?
I think that NSYNC money is long like train smoke.
Yeah, me too.
It is those dollars over the years. If you think the idea that they've even gone back on tour and sold out arenas.
Yeah.
If my New Kids on the Block could sell out the Verizon Center.
NKOTB, baby.
Anytime.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think it's going to come to pass. He never really was going to buy the house.
Yeah. From happy news to sad news.
Oh.
And I'm actually shocked by this. But again, maybe it's just me and I'm a Brad Pitt fan. But
sure.
Angelina Jolie has come out and accusing Brad Pitt of not paying meaningful child support.
Come on, Brad.
What's meaningful?
Yeah, he's not right. Does that mean he's not writing anything in the memo?
It just doesn't
like,
make
I love
sense,
you.
and it's so vague. And by the way, what is meaningful? You've got 20 kids, and it's Brad Pitt.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to think that this is not who he is, and this feels like this custody battle has become a smear campaign.
You know, it'd be great if
we'll
Angelina and all the kids moved into the Brady house. We know it can suit 9 people.
Well, it does after HGTV redone.
That's right. Well, you have to. We'll put her in Alice's room. Alice's room was
case.
back behind near the laundry department.
Yeah, they don't even get into what the child support is in the dollars.
No, she just wants it to be meaningful.
Yeah, meaningful.
Send it to me in a greeting card.
So strange.
That is odd.
Speaking of kids,
yes.
Did you know this? Disney Sleep Hotline lets your kids hear good night from their favorite characters.
Oh, that's BS.
Now, Is it BS? Because I don't think this has to do with like kids being coddled.
Right.
I think I didn't have the Disney network when I was a kid.
The Disney Channel.
Only the wealthy families,
of course,
did that. My parents barely had cable. I didn't get cable till later in life.
Yeah, you spent a lot of time watching Brave Games on TBS.
I remember going over some friends like we're watching the Disney Channel. I was like, oh man,
I remember it too.
Like my parents like hate me, and your parents love you.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I'm watching the news at 4 on Channel 7.
Can you imagine picking up the phone and calling this Disney hotline and getting one of the characters to say goodnight?
That's
press
pretty
1
wild.
for Mickey, press 3 for Minnie, press 4 for Donald, press 5 for Daisy, and then press 6 for Goofy.
Now, are they recordings or are they people doing the voices live that you interact with?
They're recording.
Oh, then we should be on this. Press 1 for Charlie Stewing Stabalite.
Each call can only allow for one character, but you can let your kid keep calling back to listen to each one. If your parents are that desperate on the spot, and I'm mentally sending glasses of wine to those requiring multiple dial-ins. This guy writes on.
Is it a fee or is it a free service?
It's free.
Wow. You see, we can make it better. We'll charge.
The toll-free number for you parents out there is only available through August 31st, and you can find the hotline anytime. And, I'll give it to you right now. Limited time. It's 1-877-7-MICKEY.
1-877-7-MICKEY?
Can you call this for tomorrow's Volt?
Sure, absolutely.
Let's do that, right?
We'll do that. And also, I'm thinking that we can charge. We'll put a landline in Mike's house. And, press 2 for salad fingers.
Press
3 for Jeff Goldblum.
In itself is genius.
And you see Mike saying, as Jeff Goldblum, hold on, I've got to get another beer, kid. But I'll be back in a second to tell you goodnight.
Credit goes to Valerie Williams from Scary Mommy, not a he, a she.
Thank
you very much. One more.
You got time for one more?
Do you know the song Hey Delilah by the Plain White Tees?
Sure.
Plain White Tees, Hey Delilah, which...
A medley of their hit.
Oh, my God. If you were anywhere near a radio in 2006, or 2005, 2006, Hey Delilah, this song was I would say it's the soundtrack to the year.
Yeah, you know what?
Right?
That's an ultimate year aughts record. That's one that sort of defines the aughts.
It looks like somebody may be making a TV show out of the premise of Hey Delilah.
Based on that song?
Yes.
How could you even do it?
It's this love song,
right?
Where this guy's waiting for this girl. It's just a smash hit, and for a guy like me, when I saw that, I said, "No way, definitely would watch." Won't watch the Vampire Diaries because I'm clearly out of demo for that, and I'll be out of demo for this. But I'm in.
But is the show going to be entirely cast by like people that are now in their 50s that had a hit record 20 years ago?
No, but if you listen to the lyrics, it is.
Yeah,
it's like a Felicity.
You're right. God, this really does sound like the aughts, doesn't it?
Right?
This is a 10-year-ago record.
Yes!
Don't you worry man. You can see all the girls saying, he's so sad. Oh, he's so sad.
I'm getting the douche chills right now because I was dating a girl at one point that lived back here in Maryland or the D.C. area, and I was in Phoenix.
Right.
And she would send me the ringback. Oh, she made her ringback tone this song because we were dating like long distance.
Yes.
And I remember being like, this is the coolest thing ever. And you think I was 16, I was 27.
I remember I went to see
Loser.
A couple years ago. I went to see the Goo Goo Dolls at Nissan Pavilion, and you know how to get there, you have to like go up the hill and then go back down the hill. Plain White Tees were the opener, and we're going up the hill and they're playing this, and I look at Karen, I go, "Damn it, we missed their song." Because it's all they had.
See, you like the 90s and 2000s.
Yeah, I like pop records. I do. So anyway, I'll watch that show. You can come over and we can both watch that show.
No, that's what Dotson and you guys do.
No, I'm going to watch the Lance Bass show with him. That's what I'm going to do. Oscar, thank you. Oscar Razzi
That is Oscar Razzi.
Is always, hold on as he mashes buttons, always a pleasure, and I do appreciate it. When we come back, we're going to do the audio vault, and we'll stick a fork in it. Thank you so much. We are back after this.
Hello, this is internet sensation Tadi Abeje. Do you stare at your computer all day? Well, at least it's better than staring at Santana Moss. Face it, you're addicted. So, if you're staring at your computer anyway, you might as well be staring at the Mike O'Mara Show YouTube page. Just go to youtube.com/Mike O'Mara Show and click the bell to subscribe to our page. Now, you can see Mike make fun of Robb's big head or laugh at Oscar while he gets his head shaved. So hit up the TMOS YouTube page and watch all of the episodes that your computer-loving mind desires. Or just throw your computer out the window. Because if you're not watching us on YouTube, you're not using your computer for the right things anyway. Thank you.
Stay tuned next week for the debut of a hot new bit, Toddy's Hotties. I'm not even kidding.
Really?
Yeah, you wrote it up.
I can't wait.
It was pretty good. This portion of the Mike O'Mara Show brought to you by Amazon. Everyone knows that Amazon is the best. You're probably shopping there right now.
Back to school, people.
Oh my God, back to school is great.
I know you're there.
If you need it, Amazon has it. Just make sure you access Amazon.com through the TMOS website. Today's purchase of the day, no-brainer. Leonard Maltin's book, Hooked on Hollywood. We talked about it in the front part of the show. If you have any interest in current Hollywood or Hollywood past, Leonard Maltin took basically a 50-year career and went in and brought all the great stories out.
A
Fascinating.
professor at USC.
Yes.
I mean, to be able to even walk into a class and see Leonard Maltin as your professor, how lucky are they?
It's so cool. The book is a fascinating read. Lots of great pictures and lots of great info. Make sure you grab it. You can get it on Amazon right now for under $20. It'll be in your hands tomorrow. Amazon really does have everything. Just remember, you go to MikeO'MaraShow.com because the only way that you can ensure that we get credit for your purchase is to access Amazon through our website. It costs you nothing but means the world to us. So thank you. Thank you very much. And thank you again for Leonard Maltin joining us today. That was a very thrilling guest for me, and he's a nice fella, okay?
Absolutely.
Now, the audio vault for, what is it? Is it Wednesday?
Wednesday.
August 8th, 2018. Open that door and shut up the Bruce Springsteen, because we got things to do. Oscar, you're going to like this.
Please.
Do you know, I don't want to revel in the fact that we're old, but I'm older than you, but can you believe it's been 20 years since Good Burger came out?
20 years?
And this is funny for me because that's one of the movies that to this day, Robert and I can go to Netflix and watch about 20 minutes of Good Burger and still laugh together.
So that would be 2000. I remember giving away movie passes.
1998.
Giving away movie passes to this.
And, you'd think that the Good Burger phenomenon would be over, but Kel Mitchell says it's not.
I don't think any of us knew how big it was going to be. I mean, I'm talking all the way down to the producers. Like, we didn't know. But it took off. Like, even today... Like, I'll go to a restaurant, and it's like, if it's a burger spot, like, I got to do the Welcome to Good Burger for everybody in there. And I get free burgers, so there's perks.
That's awesome.
There are perks.
And I know you're jonesing for it.
Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. Can I take your order?
And, that's Kel. But Keenan has been on Saturday Night Live, like, longer than anyone else that's ever been on Saturday Night Live. Isn't he on, like, his 10th season?
He is. And it's interesting because... some people get to live at Saturday Night Live, and other people break out, or they just leave.
I've heard him interviewed. He is so happy there.
Why would you ever leave?
Well, because most people, I think that
they want more.
It's a really toxic environment for some people, but I think he has settled in, and he's got such a great niche of what he does there that he doesn't have to really fight to get airtime, because that's what really kills most people. That every week it starts on Monday, and they're fighting tooth and nail just to get seen on television.
I've heard,
but he's. I love his work. I think he's great. And if you go back to the Good Burger stuff, it was the show called All That.
I don't remember. What I do know is Good Burger. I was in my second year of college,
right?
And I remember at our radio station, the reason why I said we're giving away passes is you would get all these movie passes, and most of them were garbage because nobody wanted to go to. They just fill seats. But you saw this, you're like, oh. Something that we finally want to go to. That
something you recognize, yeah.
So when you're giving away on the Southern England's hottest rock Good Burger passes, you might get a call.
That's awesome.
Which is nice.
So I can't believe it's been 20 years. Now let's go to North Dakota. They have a semi-pro baseball team out there, and one of the batters was named Brennan Metzger. And he was struck out, and he was displeased with the call. So what he did is he went into the dugout and got a huge trash can, dragged it on the field, and told the ump to get in the trash can because that's what he thought of the call. I love the call on this. This announcer is having fun with it.
Brennan Metzger's hot. That's a passionate ball player there in Brennan Metzger. And obviously said a magic word or two to get him tossed out of the game. So Metzger has been ejected here. And now Metzger is not done yet. He's going to do something here with a garbage can. And
I saw this.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
And he put the garbage can behind home plate.
Right.
And the crowd is saying, "We hear you, Brennan."
Saying he's garbage.
Yeah. Get in.
That's a classic. It's baseball. If you
Not
can't have a little
No.
fun on this one, obviously Metzger's hot. But he has placed a garbage bucket behind home plate in a unique way to tell an umpire what he thought of the pitch.
That is a really talented play-by-play guy to be in minor league ball because he really did pay. And I love it. I love also the fact that he has the classic DJ crutch of saying garbage. He put a garbage can back there. But that's what's going on with that. I thought that was pretty good.
That's clever.
The lady that was in the live program of Hairspray on television, remember when they did a few musicals live on TV? Her name was Nikki Blonsky, and her Instagram was hacked. And she had a lot of insults sent from her Instagram to people that she cared about. And this obviously upset her very much. She went on Instagram to apologize. I guess she got her account back. Here's her tearful apology. And that's not what's funny to me. What's funny is her mom nagging in the background, because I think her mom is probably just not having any of it.
Well, can I just quickly clarify something?
Yeah, please.
Is she super famous, or am I just out of the loop?
No, she's not super famous, but she's famous for the fact that she played the lead in Hairspray.
But the messages were sent to loved ones?
Loved ones and other people in the business that were hateful messages.
Okay, because it almost made... This is an easy cover-up if you're just hammered and you throw out...
Yeah, that's true.
Right?
That's true.
I mean, because when someone hacks someone's account of someone that's not famous...
That's really not what you do, is it?
And then you go after loved ones and people that you... are in the business with.
Yeah, that could be.
This is the easiest cover-up ever because you're not famous.
That's so true. I hadn't thought about that. I took this at
Maybe the
face
nagging it makes a lot more sense now. I have not heard this tape.
All right, let's listen to the nagging mom in the background. Here's Nikki Blonsky from Hairspray.
Guys, I just want to let you know that I've been hacked on my Instagram. Somebody took over
You think maybe
inside job?
That could be the girl that guy West broke up with. Maybe. Could be.
And they're writing to all the most important people in my life, calling them horrible things, being racist, being mean about gays. It's a hater. You guys know that I love each and every one of you for who you are, and this is not me writing these things. Please, you have to know this. My mom is right here. I am heartbroken. I am sick.
Give me the phone.
I don't know why somebody would want to do this.
Don't post that on Instagram.
I love that the mom is just so gassed in the back.
Give me the phone.
Give me the phone.
Give me the phone.
Give me the phone. You're making it worse. It was an inside job.
I told you, put down the bottle and give me the phone.
It's the dumbest excuse ever. It's the dog ate my homework.
It is. It is. It truly is.
Who knows her personal friends?
See, this is what we've learned today, that she's a liar and that Lance Bass was never going to buy the house.
Oh, I can't wait till that breaks later on.
It's going to be great. They're going to say we're Nostradamus.
I saw it.
I've seen it. All right, let's close with this. I love Seth Rogen. I love his goofy existence. He always is bringing something funny. He tells a great story on The Tonight Show about how he survived Hurricane Irma.
I was actually in Florida to make like father because it's a lot of it's set on a cruise ship, and we were supposed to go on a cruise, and then Hurricane Irma came, and we all had to evacuate Miami for Orlando. Luckily, Kristen Bell is in the movie because she's Princess Anna in Frozen, the Disney film, and she was able to get Disney to give the entire crew like hotel rooms at Disney World.
Wow.
Which made me feel very safe because I was like, Disney can't let her die. Like, they just can't afford it. Like, especially on their property. Like, that would be crazy. Yeah. So I was like, as long as I'm within a few feet of Kristen Bell throughout this hurricane, I'm going to be fine.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, Disney literally can't afford to let anything bad happen.
Yeah, Disney can control the weather.
That is genius.
That is your magic audio vault. That's it. Cool. Oscar, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Maddie,
that's it, folks.
Maddie, thank you as well.
Hooray for Maddie.
Anytime.
And hooray for Matt Bloom and his infected tooth.
Oh, by the way, Matt's going to be fine.
He is.
He is getting some work done.
He is.
Yes.
Men at work.
Veneers.
Something. Charge the battery for the drill. That's what I'm saying. Go in the garage and make sure they're all charged up. That's it, folks.
Then they look fake.
Happened to my grandmother.
Chicklets.
Happened to my grandmother. Very sad. I went over.
Minis, the big.
Went over to her condo and she smiled at me and looked like dinner plates. I said, "Oh, we've gone up a size." Very awkward. That's it, folks.
You get the right doctor though, you can look like a movie star.
Absolutely. It's a good movie star, like Lance Bass. Thanks for joining us for another episode of TMOS. Please remember to grab our new TMOS Play-A-Pod app today and unlock the 24/7 live stream. It's cool. All messages for the weekly mailbag can be sent to me, Rob with 2 B's, at MikeO'MaraShow.com. Our mailing address remains TMOS, Post Office Box 32101, Washington, D.C. 20007. Please send us things. Thank you for listening, and join us again tomorrow for the best part of your day. So long, everybody.
Ciao, ciao.
Before you go, please make a mental note. Today's show was made possible by the TMOS bonus packages. You can secure yours right now by going to MikeO'MaraShow.com and clicking on the red bonus banner. Buy it or give it. Either way, you're helping out TMOS, and that's a good thing. Thank you, and go in peace.
Why did Mike wait till the end of the show to talk? He was so quiet for most of the show.
Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.